Hi user, welcome to my channel Learning with Khatak. Today we are going to present very important topic, that is string in C++, that how to represent a string in C++. In a couple of lectures in this channel, while we are dealing with the array, that how to represent in array. Array is basically, if you look at the array, array is basically combination of characters or combination of elements. So here if you look at the screen, we have declared two array, that is character string, and then string 3. So this is called C style string. The second one is also string 2 is a C style string, and that is string class. So actually there are two type of string that is supported in C++, that is C style string and string classes. How they are represented inside the memory, if you look at the memory representation. So if you look at this, string is basically, obviously we know that as a sequence of character. C++ support two types of string representation, that is C string, which is terminated by a null character. How this null character is represented inside the computer memory, and how will be displayed if you want to display on the screen. Similarly, the second one is object of string class, that is C++ library provide a string class. Keep in mind that if you want to use the string class, you must include the string.h library. So this is basically a combination of characters, that is a string basically program which is terminated by the null character. This is the actual representation of the string program inside the computer memory. So if we look at another one here, so this is another string, this time that is enclosed in double quotation marks. Either you are going to write a single character enclosed in single quotes, or a string that is enclosed in double quotation marks will be terminated by the null character inside the computer memory. So this is another string, that is hello, and represented inside the computer like hello and terminated by the null character, while inside the memory the particular address, that is the name of the string, and these are the individual characters that are stored at different location inside the computer memory. In the same way, if you look at this, this is another string, that is my string 7 hello. So this time we instruct the compiler that the string may consist of a 7 character, but actually here in this case, if you look at the hello, there are only 5 characters in the string. So 5 characters which is terminated by the null character. In the same way, if we look at this geeks, so geeks is stored without null character. So what does it mean? That if you don't write the null character here, the compiler explicitly or by default insert the null character at the end of every string. So now if we look at the code, so these are the two C style string, that is string 1 and string 2, and then this is the string 3. So now if we want to display the individual character inside the string, that how to represent them. So if we look at this, this is what actually I want to display, that is cout string 1, and then I want to display the character at index 0, index 1, index 2, index 3. So at index 0, the character A lies at index 0, B at 1, C at 2, and null character is lies at index 3. But if I run this code, now look at this, how what output will be there. So amazingly, this give me just A, B and C, that does not give me a null character that is actually I stored inside the string. So why it's happen? So look at this. So we declare the size of string, that is 4. So because there are 3 character. Now if you don't write the third one correct, I'm going to declare the size is 10, and in the same way, now if you look at this, this give me an error that you can't store, you cannot use the size is 3 because there is a null character. Let me give me another examples. If I remove the null character from the array, if I run this program now, so look at this. This time it gave me A, B, C, and then some garbage value. Why that is? Because I just write the size of the array is 3, while actually there are 4 character inside the array. 3 are given and 1 is null character. So because we know that compiler by default include the null characters and there is no space for the null characters, so that's why the compiler simply displayed the garbage value. So if you want to include the garbage value, so you must declare the size, or even make it a principle that whenever you want to store some values in the inside the string array, inside the character array, declare one more size than the actual size of the string. So in the same way, now if we look at the null character, we want to display the null character. The null character is nothing, but we can display the ASCII value of the null character. So here in this case, I am going to convert that character at index 3, which is null character, should be converted into its relevant ASCII value. So if I run this program, look at this now, A, B, C and then 0. 0 is the ASCII value of this null character. So in the same way, if I run for the second string, so for the second string that is X, Y, Z and null character, now this time that will if even I remove the null character here in this case, so if I run this, if you look at this, then X, Y, Z and then something garbage and then 76. Why? Because the ASCII value of this garbage character is 76. So you must include the null character or even a space for the null character whenever you are going to use the character array. So similarly, now for the third case, for the third string, that is this time this is actually a string class. If I run this, again hello, string 3 contains hello, HELLO and then 0, the ASCII value. So it means from the 3 demonstration, from the 3 output, it is clear that either you want to store, look at the code, either you are going to use the C style string, that is string 1, string 2, that is terminated by with the null character, and similarly if you want to use the string class, that is by default terminated with the null character. If you did not mention, I mentioned the null character at the end of C string, while I don't mention the null character at the end of string class, here in this case in string 3, but when I display or I even write that here in this, that character at index 5 should be converted to its relevant ASCII, it display me the value of 0, which is the ASCII of null character. So this is very basic difference between the C style string and the string class, how to represent them inside the memory and how to display them. Every characters, every string is terminated with the null character. Simply compiler identify a string by executing the null character. Now another important question is how to input the C style string and how to input the string class string. So wait for the next lecture, which is very interesting, that if you are going to use cn, that what is the behavior of cn, and if you use some other built-in functions, that what will happen. So wait for the next lectures. Thank you very much.